Part 3. Before I go on, I want to reiterate that I'm doing this because I want to encourage people at the same time that I challenge people. Because in all of this, though everything in me was so worn down and I couldn't see any light, in the very end when I realized that the light was good and I realized I'm just a person, then there was great humility and joy to be had. And with that in mind, let's continue. The second question, this one's shorter. What about all the people who don't know about God, you know? Like, you never even have a chance to believe in the saving grace that you so joyfully sing about. Does God do anything? Like, this God who wants to save the world, does he do anything for those people? And this is not a question I expect to ever get answered. That's why I keep praying about it, and that's why I want you to pray about it too, if you care about people. Not necessarily unreached people, just so many lost people around you. Like, honestly, I don't know. Like, we know that all around you, you see that God is real. Even people in far out places can see that there is a God. But, like, how do we know exactly he's Jesus? There are special cases where God has sent miracles to reach those who never knew about God. I want to share about those miracles now. There were Muslims recently, just Google, Muslims see visions of Jesus. In about 2007, they recorded how in the last several years, thousands of Muslims have dreamed a vision of a man dressed in white. And some of these people have never heard of Jesus. Besides that, something that really encouraged me, not just power-wise, but just in like joy that I've seen, is Gospel for Asia. Gospel for Asia is this missions organization in South India. They send missionaries on foot, on a bicycle, to unreached villages where people who thought that they should die, people that, you know, were worthless in the eyes of society, are told. People tell them that God loves them, there's a loving creator, that they have infinite worth. And then they're given, you know, charity, and it's just amazing. And it's good news. And not only that, like, you know, miracles happen. There are children at these missionary learning centers who pray for miracles, and they happen. Like, I remember one report said most of the time they prayed, there were healings. Like, what does that tell us about our faith here? Do you pray for miracles? Do you expect God to have the power to reach the lost here? With that said, I transition to my conclusion. But is there a conclusion? How can there be a conclusion in this world that we live in today? The only conclusion is you have to keep being honest to God and to yourself and with other people. We need to pray for God's goodness together as one body. We need to stop throwing aside these things with simple phrases like, oh, you can't know everything, and, you know, you can only do so much. Yes, at some point you say that, but before that, you be honest with yourself. What kind of a friend are you? If you never thought about these things, if you never talked to God about these things, do you really worship God? Like, do you care? Does anything even matter to you? Is everything just like this one gray thing that it doesn't matter if it's real or not? It doesn't matter if God is truly good or not, as long as he does something for you. Like, can you ever imagine it being so real and so good that it would just be that good? Honestly, I have not attained all these things. I have not been made perfect, but I press on to take hold of that for which Christ took hold of me. God helped me so much. I was in such a dark place. I thought I could never get out. It was really terrifying, but God helped me out. I know he could do the same for you. And I hope that you'll find God. I hope that you'll find goodness. And I thank God for everything he's done for me. I have a lot of more articles, books, Bible references. If you want to talk afterwards, you want to have discussions. There's so much more that this has changed my life. I mean, there's so many ways in which this has changed my life, and I would love to talk to you about it and pray for you, with you. Thank you for this time.